Championship. On a Friday night in Las Vegas, March has arrived and basketball sits at the center of this city. And just southeast of the Strip, we welcome you to Henderson, Nevada for the Big West semifinals in a banner year for this conference. 5-seed UC Santa Barbara, top seed UC San Diego. 2 first-round games Wednesday, 2 quarterfinal games yesterday, and 2 semis tonight. San Diego, they boast the Big West Player of the Year, Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. 20 points per game, and this guy is so efficient as well.
He really is. He leads them in points, rebounds, assists. I mean, he's that all-around type player, and he's so prolific at getting to the foul line. Just an absolute warrior who loves contact and does his work in and around the basket.
They are playing for the first time since last Saturday. UC San Diego, December 5th at the Thunderdome, and then late January in San Diego. And now here in the semifinals for a trip to the Big West Championship game. Kenny Poto wins it against Norton Capich. And in the blue, UC Santa Barbara starts with it as the 5 seed. Jason Fontenay, third leading scorer, averages double figures. Turnaround wouldn't go. He's been in foul trouble the first couple of games. And here comes UC San Diego. And you check out their starting group. Stud point guard Hayden Gray, one of the best defensive players in the country. Ty Magai, who's got it here, the sniper. And Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, who we mentioned. Those are the 3 headliners for the Tritons. Capich can stroke it, and he missed it from deep. Tait-Jones, the offensive rebound. He'll back it out for Hayden Gray. Second team all-conference, and he can shoot it as well.
He's a 40% three-point shooter. That was not defended well. UC San Diego is a volume three-point shooting team. About half their shots, all of those guys can shoot it. Much better player going left.
Fifth-year senior from Belgium. See, he leads the team in scoring at 13 a game. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, ultra efficient, fake the handoff, baseline drive, and he makes a living going to the free throw line.
He sure does. He is drawing 8 fouls per 40 minutes. He's taking over 8 free throws a game.
And lost at home to UC Irvine in a high-scoring game, but the 2 wins already here. Tipped away by Tait-Jones.
Their defense was not good in those 2 games to end the regular season, Mike. It's been good the last 2 games here, though.
Swenson initiates with Deuce Turner in as well. Fontenay, though, out of the corner, and Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones the rebound. In transition, was searching for Gray, and now Magai. Gray comes to get it. Tait-Jones off the bounce. Magai flash. Tait-Jones on a face-up, matched up with Kenny Poto. Goes spinning on the big man. Tait-Jones finds the cutter. It's Howell who lays it in.
You know, it's interesting. Poto there on Tait-Jones. Some of the teams in this league have done that.
Marshall. Aiden Burke, 20 and white in off the bench. He's a shooter from long range. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones took the ball, found Capich, and got the roll.
That's 2 assists now where Tait-Jones has got against Poto. He's taken up the space that Poto's giving him, gotten into the paint, and then defense off the ball's ball watching.
Offensive foul. Norton Capich took the charge. Midway through the first half, 3-point Tritons lead. Tait-Jones, he's got Max Merle on him this time. Double came, Magai cannot leave him.
No, you can't. And you can't double like that from the strong side wing, especially with shooters as elite as UC San Diego has.
Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, more comfortable in this spot than from beyond the arc. On the face-up on Anderson, Tait-Jones draws a blocking foul on Cole Anderson. The Tritons won that one by 14 in San Diego in late January. Got a 1-point game here in the first half, and Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones draws a foul on the floor. And that's 2 on Kenny Poto.
And that's the challenge. You want to put your big on Tait-Jones because he doesn't shoot it like the other 4 guys. But he is a free throw merchant. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, a free throw merchant. He is hunting fouls. Now, I've been called a speed merchant, but never a free throw merchant. Who called you a speed merchant? Burke sticks a three. Aiden Burke doing what he does, his 35th three, 48 makes all season. Scoring drought 5 minutes for UC San Diego. Tait-Jones trying to muscle his way to the cup, and he got fouled. And they'll say that it is on the floor, and they're going to tag Cole Anderson for his second.
I mean, you really do have to be ready for a collision when Tait-Jones is driving the basketball. I mean, he is throwing that shoulder into you, and then it's hard to see from that angle. That's looked like good help to me, and a bailout there for Tait-Jones. Good help coming down by Anderson.
He was muttering something to himself that might be very similar to your replay assessment.
Agreeing with the assessment.
Maybe a little more colorful.
Well, look, I can imagine that there's a part of a lot of the teams in this league and players with the amount that this guy has gone to the foul line who've had enough of it, you know, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I mean, clearly he got fouled probably on the initial drive there, but you can imagine there's some resentment when a guy goes to the line as much as Tait-Jones has this year and how much that affects winning for UC San Diego.
Skipped it. Turner found Smith. Spinning on the baseline into two, and good hands from Tait-Jones. In attack mode. And Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones draws another foul. Stolzberg picks up his second. So you've got 4 Gauchos each with 2 first-half fouls. And Stolzberg, Poto, Anderson, and Fontenette.
Oh, and UC San Diego shows you down there 2 traps on the block. They come away with the steal, and then especially if Tait-Jones has it, he is downhill. I mean, how they convert off from defense to offense. And he is a whirling dervish when he gets into the paint.
Transferred in last year to UC San Diego, was honorable mention all conference here in the Big West, was also the Big West newcomer of the year as they made him more of a wing. They played 4 and 5 at Hawaii Hilo in the D2 ranks. Sticks both. All right, 2-point game inside of 2.5 to go until halftime in this semifinal.
He's got the green light to pull.
Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones to the cup, attacking Poto with 2.
Back out for K-pitch, straight on. Can't hit. Tait-Jones on the offensive glass with the stick back. Timeout UC Santa Barbara. And Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones has entered the jet. Kia ora is hello in Maori. I mean, that is a heck of a rebound by the New Zealander. And then he had something to say to Swenson right after it. This dude plays the game like a rugby. Like, there's rugby in his background. He is not afraid of contact, and he's a lot stronger. He is a lot stronger than that 200 pounds would even indicate. Tell you what.
Fontenette lobbed, good catch, and Poto had that altered, perhaps by Tait-Jones.
He certainly did, coming from behind. A really nice defensive play.
Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones going right at Poto, and he tells him he's too small.
I think we've taken the too small thing a little too far, Mike. But he has been big. They've got to stop his momentum higher. You allow him to get that deep, he is too strong when he gets in and around the paint.
Gray the interception. And now Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones banging into Tong, knifing some space, and he is going right back to the free throw line.
Expect a collision. I mean, he is just driving for contact, seeking it out.
Part of the reason he operates at such an efficient clip because he is spending so much time parked right here. I mean, he drew 5 fouls in the first half and doing more of the same here in the second half.
Well, and the missed free throws tonight, I bet they have really hurt UC San Diego, and he has 4 of them. You know, it's not just the foul shots and it's not just the points he gives your team by getting to the line, Mike. It's the foul trouble he puts the other team in.
It's a team that has shot at 75% at the line this year.
Just kind of, was never in control.
Joe Pasternak has said turnovers have been our Achilles heel this season. Tait-Jones banging again, draws a foul on Poto, and that's 3.
It's a tough ask for these bigs. And again, Santa Barbara not the only team that puts their center on Tait-Jones. I think if you back off him, which teams are doing, it gives him that head of steam. So he is building up that momentum to then get into that collision.
Poto's going to get a breather with his 3. And Ariel Bland, who didn't even play a full minute in the first half, he checks into the game. And he goes right on to Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. And UC San Diego goes right to Tait-Jones, and you guessed it, he drew another foul. So what do you do? I mean, if you sag off him, like you said, he's going to attack, and you're just hoping that the foul trouble doesn't add up too much too quickly.
He's got to see multiple bodies. The problem with that, it's easier said sitting over here with a headset on than done. The problem is with how well they shoot it. Now, they have not shot it well in this game, but the 4 other guys around him have such a gravity because of how well they shoot it that you really can't show him that many bodies in the gap. But, I mean, he shows you his ability. He gets in there, and then he pivots 3 times. So he's off of 2 feet. He's never out of control. And he doesn't look cut up strong, but he's got that, like, New Zealander rugby man strength.
Not familiar, but I can imagine. 6'6", 200, and it feels somehow even stronger than that.
Right. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, Mike.
Eric Olin said to us today he's a monster, and he's relentless, taking the ball to the basket all the time. And Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones has done that here today. Burke's running the floor, and he's feeling it. Passed it up for Rochelin. Extra pass. That's what UC San Diego does so well. Best passing team, Eric Olin says he's ever coached. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones for K-pitch. He knocks it down!
UC San Diego was 3 of 13 from 3 in the first half. But they make 11 of a game.
Off of Kenny Poto, I think. So I'm not imagining things.
No.
Okay. Well, maybe, but. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones on the baseline. Gray, the cut and the finish. Aiden Gray. And now Ty Magai and Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones goes driving on Smith. No call. Finish for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones.
Like that's got to be something.
As good as it gets.
As good as it gets.
7+ to go in the first semifinal here. Glad you're with us. With Chris Patola, I'm Mike Monaco, and our entire crew behind the scenes. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones gets it to go.
He's a force of will, and don't be greedy, Tait-Jones, asking for the foul. You've been gifted.
He's got 16 to go along with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Colin Smith on the drive. Took the contact and will shoot 2.
You've asked a few times tonight, Mike, like, what do you do with Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones? One-on-one, it's proven out, and not just tonight. I mean, throughout the season. That's why he's the player of the year in the league. There's not much you can do one-on-one because he's very good with the ball, and we've talked about how strong he is. He's very good on his feet. We talked about his rugby background, former soccer player. His footwork is really good, especially the closer he gets to the basket. He's just tough, one-on-one. I mean, you've got to try to show him multiple bodies in the gaps, but again, because of the shooting gravity of the guys around him, it's tough to do.
He's been excellent. He's got the game-high 16, like we said. The Stetson transfer, the Belgium native. This is on the 2nd. So Bland will pick up Tait-Jones. They're trying their hand with the big-bodied Ariel Bland. Tait-Jones banging with Bland, and he dropped it off for K-pitch.
And that's the thing you can't do off the ball, is just get caught watching Tait-Jones operate.
Boy, you get dagger threes. That might have been dagger defense.
No question.
From Justin Rochelin. Paid off at the cup by Hayden Gray. And UC San Diego is starting to taste it.
If you want to be a good switching team, UC San Diego switches 1 through 5. You've got to be a good talking team. And that's another thing with being old. Older players are better communicators.
An emphasis they really leaned into this summer. Eric Olin was telling us wanting to switch more, wanting to play this style the more they were in the Big West and knew what it took. Tait-Jones draws yet another foul. And if it's on Poto, that's 4. It is. The defense is a huge part of it as well. I mean, you see the three-point makes, the lack of turnovers for UC San Diego. But what you've outlined with their aggressiveness, how they force you into turnovers, how they are switching, it's a lethal team on both ends.
Both ends. Yeah, it certainly is. And that's the thing. I mean, they're up 13 right now, chance to go up, 15 with these free throws. And they've done that tonight, Mike, without turning Santa Barbara over. Santa Barbara's done a really nice job of taking care of the basketball, which has kept UC San Diego from scoring off of those turnovers. We mentioned they score 20 points a game off of turnovers, only 3 points off of those turnovers tonight. Or 8, rather. My math, sometimes.
It's the jet lag.
It's the time change. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Mike. My goodness.
I can assure you of this. The lead is 15, and that is the largest one for UC San Diego tonight. With 4:20 to go, and the triple-double threatening Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones to the bench for a breather. For Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, who has threatened triple-doubles a couple other times this year. Season opener, 14, 10, and 9 against Denver. In February at UC Irvine, 22, 8, and 8.
And that's 18 points on 8 shots.
And how many fouls drawn? A ton of them. 8 fouls drawn.
Yeah.
He's trying to pilot UC San Diego into the title game tomorrow. Bland whistled for the foul. 1-and-1 coming for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. And second semifinal is Cal Poly, 7 seed against 2 seed UC Irvine. You can watch it over on ESPN 2. One and one for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. Eric Olin has raved about the efficiency paired with the usage. He's into all the analytics. The usage rate, how many possessions a guy's using, 30% plus for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones, and his true shooting, a measure of efficiency, 65%. Eric Olin has said he's the only guy with that much usage and that much shooting efficiency in the entire country. Because he does so much of this. 2 more for the Big West Player of the Year out of New Zealand. The lead is 50. The interim head coach on the eve of the start of a season 12 years ago. A couple months later, they removed the interim tag. Rochelin couldn't provide an exclamation point, but they will count the bucket on a goaltending whistle.
It's one of those where Eric Olin was trying to get Tait-Jones to just back it out, and said, all right, fine. What a pass.
That'll grab him his 9th assist. 20 points, 8 rebounds, the 9 assists for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. Stolzberg, no. Rochelin is a pogo stick for the rebound. And 135 away for UC San Diego from grabbing a berth tomorrow night in the championship game. And the last 15 seconds of this one. Zion Sensley, very talented freshman, missed it. And UC San Diego is headed to the Big West Championship game tomorrow night with a dominant second half. Eric Olin's Tritons.
We're joined now by UC San Diego coach Eric Olin and student athletes Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones and Hayden Gray. We will start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions. We ask media to please identify yourself and your media outlet before you ask your question. Coach, if you would, please start us off with your opening comments.
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance from us. A little bit of a slow start, but defensively I thought we were great pretty much start to finish. Would have liked to do a little better job on the glass defensively, and limit some of their second chance opportunities. But I thought for the most part we only allowed contested shots. We kept them out of the paint, you know, and yeah, played pretty complete game defensively that sort of bought us the time to kind of make our run and found the basket a few times. And yeah, thought it was a good performance and good to get one under our belt, and hopefully we can even play a little better tomorrow.
Questions here in the room?
Mike from ABC. One of the players, can you tell me if that technical foul fired you guys up? Because it seemed like the offense really clicked after that.
I think for sure it did. I mean, it was a great energy boost for us. And then, like, we knew we had them a little bit rattled at that point. So we were able to just capitalize on that.
Jacob Ramos, UC Irvine's new university. This is for Coach. Great win in a season full of great wins. In a season where not many people outside of La Jolla expected the Tritons to make the Big West Championship or be the #1 seed, how does it feel to lead a newly minted Division I program to such success?
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we feel good about the season we've had to this point, and you know, excited about the opportunity tomorrow. Obviously, we have a lot of confidence in our team and our players. So, like you said, we expect to have success and we expect to play well, and these guys have done that pretty consistently, start to finish this season. So, we're looking forward to, you know, getting to play another day and keeping things alive here moving forward. But yeah, I feel like we've had a really good year overall, and we're trying to keep it going.
So Marshall Olmos, KSTT Sports. Niwa, you started rough from the line, but every single time that happens, you maintain the composure. Talk about the mindset that takes to keep getting to the line and knowing that they're actually going to start falling down, because it's such a crucial part of your game.
Honestly, I just think, like you said, I started rough, but my teammates in the huddle, they just told me, like, keep getting to the line. It's what you do. And Coach was telling me, just keep going, believe in it. And, you know, I put up the reps. So when my teammates believe in me like that, I just got to keep going and believe in myself and trust the reps.
Justin Baptiste, Guava Press Media. Niwa, obviously you come from a D2 program at Hawaii Hilo. You're now in a D1 divisional program. What does it feel like for you to play in your first D1 championship, and talk about the crowd atmosphere?
Oh, yeah, the crowd was awesome, man. For them to travel all the way from San Diego, for us to have so many students there, family, and for us to come out on top, they really lifted us. Like when we were going in that run, their energy was amazing throughout the game. So just to go out and have that crowd behind us and pull through with the win, it's amazing. And, yeah.
Hi, Alan, UCSD Guardian. This question is for Hayden Gray. So I think today you recorded your 106th steal of the season, which now ties the Big West single season record. How does it feel to know that your name will be in the history books in this conference?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my teammates and my coaches allow me to, like, be aggressive in those situations, and like, I give a lot of credit to them because they cover me up when I miss it, when I don't get it. So yeah, I mean, it's cool, but they deserve some of the credit as well.
Coach, I was standing next to you right at the beginning of the game. They were introducing your players. You're looking at the crowd full of smiles. It seemed like a proud moment that, you know, the season has gone so well and you had all that support in the stands.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. I think I was just kind of looking for my family. I usually try to find my girls in the crowd before the game. But you know, I mean, Niwa mentioned it, but I thought that turnout, like, our fans were awesome tonight. We could certainly feel them start to finish, and that's something that's they've been doing for a lot of this season. I think this is a team that's fun to watch. I think they play the right way. They really compete every night, and I think that's resonated with our campus, with our community in San Diego. So yeah, we had a ton of support tonight, and I think that's really a credit to these guys in the way they've played all year, because they've kind of generated that enthusiasm.
Mark Ziegler, San Diego Union Tribune. For both players, you guys are known for your offense. You average 80 points a game. Do you think your defense is a little bit overlooked, and how prideful are you that, you know, on a night where you weren't great in the first half? I mean, they shot 26% for the game, 20% in the second half. I mean, how prideful are you of that side of the floor?
Go ahead.
we pride ourselves on the defensive end. Like, that's where our offensive starts. Like, in the timeouts in the second half, we were just like, it starts with defense. You know, we got to get stops, and then we can push the pace. So we're a great defensive group, and that really fuels our offense.
Yeah, I'll add to that. I feel like defense is something that like we can control. It's a lot of it's effort, and we know offense will take care of itself. Like, we know we have a lot of talented offensive players, but locking into that defensive end and just giving max effort, like, that's what we want, and that's what we can control, and that's how we've been able to win some games when the offense isn't clicking.